Hey guys, welcome to the hip and mobility opener with some foam rolling to get started. So with the first one here, I'm just starting off with my hip flexor. You can't actually see this angle from the camera, but I do have my left knee down and I'm just placing my weight as low as I can. So I'll find the lower I get, the more weight I can actually distribute onto the body part I'm trying to roll out, which is my right hip flexor. Now I'm just going to go off to my left side here. So you will see, oh sorry, still my right actually. So this is just more of an inner groin. So now my left leg is nice and straight and it's just rolling out the inner groin here. Alright, sweet. Now I go off to my left side. So left hip flexor, which is a lot more tighter to me, for me. And I'm just going to bring my right knee up as high as I can, have my elbows down, try and put as much weight as I can onto the spot that I'm foam rolling. And obviously you just want to control yourself going as far high as you can on your hip and just down low. Although I am just going probably halfway down my quad because I just want to hit the hip flexor, which is extremely tight. And now I'm just going to go for the side groin opener here. So you see my right leg is straight and my left knee is just on the inside of the knee. The foam roller is just there. Alright, sweet. So now we're just going to go back up into some, we have the hip flexor stretch here. So with this, I like to tuck my hips under and to get a nice pull coming up the right side of my hip flexor. And obviously I just want to be nice and straight up with my posture. I don't want to be leaning too far forward because then you'll be stretching more down the leg towards your quad. Now I'm just going to put my right hand down and flick my right foot up. This can be a bit challenging for some. And I'm just going to rotate up, so looking over my my left shoulder and get a bit of a spinal twist as I get a deep knee flexion here. Alright, sweet. So I get out of there and I go onto the left side. So again, the left side for me is a lot more tighter, so I need a bit more time and attention for that side. So same thing here. So I'm just pulling my hips under and in. I'm just tucking my hips in, or I'm squeezing my glutes. And this here, in this position here, as you can see, I am stretching out my hip flexor. That's the way to get this stretch engaged, the correct way. And then I'll go down to my left hand, flick my left foot up, catch it with my right hand. So I want to press my left hand into the ground whilst rotating my right shoulder up towards the sky, and I want to look over my right shoulder too. Alright, so that's all done with that. I'm just going to push the yoga mat now towards this wall here, as close as I can. So now I'm going to go into quite easily the most deepest way to stretch out your hip flexor and really open up that side of the hip as well. I like to use a foam roller just for balancing and just to get myself into the correct position. So my right knee goes up very easily here, and so does my left foot. It's the other side, as you'll see, it's quite different. So first I'll just stay here. I have all my weight back on my foot, and what I like to do is just open it up a little bit each time. So I'm pushing my hips forward and then I go back. I'm just rocking back, forward and back. And now just to really stretch everything out, I'll just have my right arm pushing up, left hand's just on my left knee, bit of support and balance there, and I believe that's it. And changing over, so you probably notice here on this side, my left knee can't really get too close to the wall as my right. I'm just way too stiff and tight throughout my whole left side. And just using a foam roller here to balance myself, and up I go into position and just holding it there. So I'm just focusing on tucking my hips under again, and I just want to do it a few times, just going forward and back. You work on different parts as well. So the more forward you go, the lower the stretch gets to your quad. And if you find a good spot, then you can just raise your arm up and just stretch it out there. Thank you for joining me in today's workout. If you did like the video, then please do like it and also subscribe to see more in the future, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.